I'm HwK here with a Ace Tanker and first Mark of Excellence battle here in the HwK 12 on Sand River in a Tier 9 top tier game. This is mixed Tier 9s and 8s, so I am technically the bottom tier, but only one tier down. And the HwK itself is actually a pretty fun little light tank, and it is a noticeable upgrade over the SP1C, which I will have a video on coming up soon where I have actually finished the 3 marking of it. But this tank adds quite a bit more active capabilities, whereas the SP1C is far more of a stealthy, sneaky, passive spotting and late game cleanup. This can actually move around and be very, very active and even a little bit aggressive. It's got a decent but not great gun. It deals okay damage for a Tier 8 light tank. This thing has 0 armor, as is the case with all of the German light tanks Tier 7 and up. That's kind of a departure from the lower tier and mid-tier lights, because like the Leopard and the VK 28.01 can actually ram others. These, including the HwK, you have to be careful of that. But again, it can be active, and it is a little bit odd having the rear turret on a light tank. But again, you have an okay weapon, and unfortunately with this you will end up having to fire some premium ammo here and there because the accuracy of the gun is a little less than you would like, and the penetration is okay but not great. And at Tier 8 you're going to face a lot of heavily armored tank destroyers and heavy tanks, and even a few medium tanks at Tier 8, 9, and 10 that you're going to have to use the premium. I'm somebody who's normally not using much of it, but including in this game, you're going to see a bit of that, as it's basically part of the fact of playing it. But that's something that some of the Tier 8 lights all share, is that when they are forced to go up against heavy armor, they tend to need to have the extra penetration of the premium ammo. But the gun is well behaved overall. If I would like to see it have a little improved accuracy, but as you see here, it's a little low on the shell velocity as well. Like, that was actually a decently aimed shot, even though it was snapped off. Decently aimed, and if it was a little higher velocity, that probably would have hit the object probably right in the back. But now focusing a little more on the gameplay, I took a very typical initial spot in the dunes to get a little intel on who's coming up here to the north corner. And then I myself move up here afterwards, because I was spotted in the middle, so they probably didn't expect me to be up here. And I was a little lucky to be facing off against the object because he has horrible gun depression. And this, despite being a rear turret, actually has pretty good gun depression, so you can work terrain decently well. Now, I am a little disappointed here to see our top tier heavy up here and then bailing instantly. That's not a good sign, to say the least. So I am not going to stand my ground. That's not what this tank is well suited for. Instead, I'm going to actually try to go all the way around and see if I can't get some flanking shots here. When we have at least one tank destroyer who's moved up, although it was a little risky for him to move up with that Scorpion G there. But I'm actually going to go all the way around. And as you see, somebody on my team is already clicking, but this is my idea to begin with, so I just have to get in place and make it happen. This should give me easy shots. I just have to hit them. Like there. And as you see, I am loading premium. It's an object 430. He's gonna get premium from me. And unfortunately, the auto aim shot, his tracks ate the heat, which is the issue with firing heat. But now he is actually moving down. I should be switching to my armor piercing here, but this kind of I'm paying more attention to my surroundings, and driving, but now I'm just going to follow him as he's focused on my teammate here. It allows me to get an easy kill. And now his teammate is isolated, and we should be able to finish him off. And again, being a higher tier heavy, I'm still keeping the heat loaded. And it's allowing me to get good shots through him. Now I'm aiming for the side of the turret, as you can see, which is a good shot on a lot of the upper tier heavies. And most people still try to shoot for the hull, but if your premium ammo is heat, you should be shooting more for the upper hull or the turret. Because keep in mind, even though you have the improved penetration of heat, it is very, very susceptible to spaced armor, which tracks and drive wheels are. And basically all the road wheels count as spaced armor. And despite it looking like me running away from every engagement, it's basically how you have to play this. You spot, you support, you flank, you move around as much as you can, and stay alive and keep your health up. And now here I see an enemy HwK, so I load the HE. And a lot of the higher tier German vehicles get special HE that has higher penetration than normal. Anything basically equipped with a 90mm gun, which is what this has. And that extra penetration of the HE is actually really good. I've used it to very good effect on a number of vehicles, including the 105 vehicles also, like the Kanonen Panzer 105. It has the special HE as well. But now I'm going to move here to the center. This is a very key late game or mid game position. It allows you to get in down underneath their guns, or if you want to stay up on the ridge, you can use the bushes there to good effect. But instead, I'm actually going to be a little aggressive. It appears that most of the enemy has kind of spread out a little bit, some to the north, some to the south, and that allows openings. And once these openings form, you can take advantage if you're paying attention. And here, trying to secure my own kill there, I get spotted in the process, but that's one less enemy in the game. And that was a very nice hit by my teammate. My job now is to be the eyes and ears and work in my own damage as I can. Get a back shot here on the Swedish tank destroyer, and I'll always take free damage. That's kind of how you still have to play this. It's not as stealth required like the SP1C is, but you got to keep in mind it has basically zero armor. Mobility and maneuverability in there. So yeah, because I kept my health up to this point, the one shot, I did not expect the T-30 to be there. So I mean, I did eat it one shot from him, and now I have to be careful. But I need to come over here and help my teammate get that taken care of. You know, now we're looking at a 12-7 game. As long as we play it carefully, we've got this. But I need to keep this as probably the most dangerous vehicle left, along with the enemy light tank. And he is definitely looking at me. And that was a terrible shot, but it was low chance. I would have had to actually land it right on the cupola. So it was more of, I'm going to fling the shot and get out of the way. As you can see, I'm trying to see if I can sneak in a shot here from concealment. But really, I need to get down and get moving. Because if I move down, I should be able to get in position to shoot down at him. And here is the other one. So now I'm going to use not only the bushes, but the rock, try to work some damage in, whilst remaining safe myself. And I'm also getting the spotting out of this, so that's pretty nice as well. And unfortunately for him, he's in a pretty bad position. There's basically no way he's going to come out of this. I mean, he tries a shot, but there's no way he's going to get out of it. With the reload he's got, that was over for him. And it was okay for me to actually get spotted after firing there, because I could just easily pull into cover. And by the time he reloaded, I would actually have already dropped off of his detection, because it's 10 seconds after being spotted, unless somebody is running the commander's vision system or certain skills. Here the HwK 30 is coming in for the ram kill, and I'm gonna make sure to deny that. But that was a win, and my first mark and an ace in the HwK 12. That's the Tier 8 German tech tree light tank. And it just turned out to be a solid game. Some good early positioning, some flanking, and even though I did have to fire some premium, it was a good game overall, with top in experience and second in damage, while being bottom tier as a light tank. But thanks for watching this. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll leave you with the final statistics there.